Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
NBA technology is moving faster than ever. The new thing? Collectible highlights trading online. The players are taking notice. Shooting guard CJ McCollum said, quote, "A lot of players are inquiring about it. I've grown closer to the non-fungible tokens, trying to figure out what moments I should buy." Guys, he's a believer.
Boy, he is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there. And now the Washington Wizards starters. We've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Rui Hachimura. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. And for Dallas, Kleba and Porzingis, the combo inside. Trey Burke is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the three. Well, Grant, you were a master of meshing with your teammates. How key is being on the same page early in the year?
Oh, it's so important, especially early in the season. Teams that can come together and mesh as a core have a great advantage at the start of the season.
Now here's Doncic. Burke drops in the three.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
Pass to Hachimura. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Burke. Here's Porzingis. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Burke. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Hachimura outside. There's the drive. And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Doncic with it. And Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Puts it up from 15. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Got a piece of it. Here's Burke with the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Burke's got his second bucket of the night.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Montrezl Harrell, like a lot of second-round picks, carries an attitude edge in how they go after the game that serves him well. He had to fight for minutes early in his career, and he's earned his way.
Here's Burke. The Wizards making their last shot. Pass to Doncic. Back to Burke. Now here's Porzingis. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Good work there as it goes. And even now, after solidifying his place, remember he won the 2026 Man of the Year award. Clark, I don't see his disposition changing that much.
I agree with you, B.A. I mean, he's still chippy as ever, and he's got that edge. It didn't help that the Clippers moved on from him the very summer he won that award you just mentioned.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Doncic. Another one falls for Dallas.
You know, Luka's one of those players where the mid-range shot is really a weapon for him, not just an afterthought. I mean, he is lights out from that distance.
That's Hachimura. Jacks up a three. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Washington. Over Dinwiddie. And it's Harrell with the rebound. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points.
Boy, you're asking for trouble anytime you let Kuzma get established inside. This guy knows how to score against tough defense.
Here we go, all alone. Here's Dinwiddie, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Wizards.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
They're showing some muscle here in the first half as well. and getting a lot of their points in the paint.
Free throw good, Dinwiddie.
And talk about a signing that went under the radar. Spencer Dinwiddie joining this Wizards ball club. Now, he steps in as a vet guard to lead this young team, and I'm excited to see what Dinwiddie can do as a team leader.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Burke. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Misses off the right iron. And Washington with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Kuzma up top. Hardaway against Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. It's good. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Dinwiddie passes to Harrell. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. And he makes it on the layup.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Doncic against Harrell. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Now here's Dinwiddie, coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dinwiddie's gotten his third basket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Doncic misses off the left iron.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, you know, coming off knee surgery last season, Porzingis got off to a slow start, literally. I mean, he struggled to move his feet defensively, and even offensively he struggled. It takes a lot of time to get back to full strength when you're coming off that much missed time and that kind of injury.
Brown, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Brunson comes in for Hardaway. Clark, it was rumored that the Mavericks explored the market for Porzingis last season.
Well, we know how good he can be when he's healthy, B.A. The question has been, can he stay healthy? And that's been a challenge for him thus far. And that may have led to some of those rumors you heard.
Here's Burke. 5 points in the game. And Doncic, here we go. Over Hachimura. Oh, nice shot by Doncic.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
For Dallas, they've got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Outside, Brown. Back to Burke. It's tipped.
Helps to have a shooting guard who can block shots, a real bonus, and Caldwell-Pope does a nice job at stiff-arming shooters.
Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Back to Porzingis.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And here's Doncic outside. Kispert grabs a miss. Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Neto. Brunson defending. Neto attacking. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
The D was all over it. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Dallas has gone 1 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter. Here's Burke. He's got 5. Outside Hardaway. Down low. That one's good from Powell. On the assist from Hardaway.
Boy, Powell has really good size, and he's showing you there the agility and mobility to create over good defense.
Pass to Kispert. Bertans with the ball. Brunson defending. Bertans with the bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Well, the Mavericks shooting an excellent 56% in this quarter. Here's Burke, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Here's Neto. Pass to Kispert. The 3 ball. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Burke. Rebounded by Bertans.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Hardaway. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Up top, Bryant. Brunson defending. Bryant with the bucket. And now a 12-point Washington lead.
They're really working the paint now.
Here's Burke. 5 points in the game. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Powell. Oh, no good! Unable to win this run. Bryant with it. Now guarded by Brown. And he gets it back. Bertans for 3. And again, Washington with a triple.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And Dallas calls time here. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in. A minute 50 left now in the first quarter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Neto over Brunson. Neto's shot is off. Here's Burke. Takes it inside. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. Here's Neto. Pass to Kispert. Lets the three fly. And it's Brunson with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
A strong finish under heavy pressure from the D.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Outside Hardaway. And the shot goes down.
Tell you what, there's not much the defense can do about that. I mean, Hardaway Jr. just has a special knack for making difficult shots.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
From the arc. Neto's shot is off. That'll count. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Wizards out in front. They lead by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And Kristaps Porzingis, an all-star in 2018, he talked about his summertime work to get back to that level.
Just getting in that weight room and living in there, basically, doing what I need to do, and then I'm going to be twice a day in the basketball court as well, just working on everything. So.
And Grant, you see the work he's put in to strengthen his frame.
I mean, he really has, B.A. At 7'3", tremendous length. Putting on that suit of armor, so to speak, can help him withstand the rigors of this game.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Jalen Brunson, the White Pal, out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Tim Hardaway, and it's Burke in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, just about every discussion of the NBA trade market comes back to the Washington Wizards. An all-star shooting guard Bradley Beal on a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 3 seasons. Something's got to give. And guys, with Beal possessing an opt-out after the season, expect those talks to intensify.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kleba. He's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Burke. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Hardaway, and that one is stuffed right through.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force. I love it.
Here's Neto, and there's the foul. It'll go on Tim Hardaway. That's his first foul of the game. And in the league today, we've got some all-time greats playing out on the wing. But who do you think the best wing in the NBA is right now, Graham?
Oh, boy, you trying to get me in trouble. That's a tough one. I mean, you have LeBron, you have Giannis, you have Kawhi, KD. All of them are elite. All of them are champions. So if I had to choose, I guess I'll go with, I don't know. They're just all great.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Now here's Gafford. He's averaging about 6 points per game. And here's Kispert from the arc. Paulie Stein with the rebound.
Even with every shot hanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here's Kleba. Doncic into the lane. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Wizards with a lead. Gafford up top. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And here's Kispert from the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Brunson. 17 points in his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. Luka Doncic again! And now just a 2-point Washington lead.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
And he says he needs to improve his game in a lot of areas. But you ask me, Luka Doncic is one of the most complete players you'll find.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Gafford. Dinwiddie outside. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And you talk about the overall game of Doncic. He's a tremendous passer, a tremendous rebounder, and we know he can score.
And that's what defines the great players. Even if his shot's off on a given night, he has other ways to impact the game.
Now here's Hachimura. He's got 6. And a nice finish on the layup. Hachimura's got 8 points.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Doncic. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Here's Dinwiddie. Another shot. Here's Gafford. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
Dinwiddie against Brunson. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Hardaway, the pass to Kleba. Outside Brunson. Pass to Doncic. The 3 is up. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
He played well in the first quarter, but now he's taking it to the next level.
Dinwiddie with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. Dinwiddie passes to Hachimura. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. And over Hardaway. Here's Harrell. And Harrell with the strong finish.
Boy, great movement by Harrell, rolling off the pick that time. Gets himself into a good scoring position there.
Brunson passes to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Doncic against Dinwiddie. That one drops for him. Doncic has got 19 points.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
Dinwiddie passes to Hachimura. Over Kleba. And it's Hachimura missing. For Dallas, they've gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. And that's a foul called on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Brown's checked in, and a change for the Wizards. Kuzma's checked in, and it's Doncic missing. Washington has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second, and Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Washington. Here's Harrell, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Doncic on the wing. Left side Porzingis. Over Kuzma. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Brown's got his first points of the night. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Here's Dinwiddie, and that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Free throw good, Dinwiddie. Here's Doncic. 43 points last game out. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. And here's Doncic. Clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Doncic with it. And Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Brunson from the arc. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Dinwiddie with it. 11 points in the game. Here's Hachimura. Buries it down low. Hachimura's got 10 points.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
From deep, here's Doncic. And the Mavericks, another 3.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Harrell. Lays it up and banks it in.
Harrell simply is a ferocious rebounder. Great tenacity in fighting hard for the board and then finishing the play for his team.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 5. To the inside. Here's Brown. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
That That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Dinwiddie against Brown. Out to Hachimura. All alone. Pass to Harrell. Brown against Kuzma. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Guys, we can attribute that to all hustle from the Flint, Michigan native there, Kyle Kuzma. Excellent activity leading to that offensive board.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 22. Here's Brown. That shot is off. Oh, great D that time from Harrell. Brown with the block. And here's Brunson from the arc. The Mavericks rebound. Porzingis. Yep, that one's good. 7 points in the game. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Dallas?
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
It doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding's been impressive so far.
And the Mavericks with possession here. The Wizards making their last shot. And here's Doncic outside. Washington with the rebound. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in the game. Inside. Here's Kuzma. From down in the low post, it goes. Kuzma's got 10 points. So it's the Mavericks now. Trailing by 2. Doncic against Hachimura. And that's a foul called on Montrezl Harrell. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Burt's checked in for Hardaway. Here's Burke. Give him 8 points now. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma against Brunson. Over Kuzma.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Washington's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Kispert. Back to Dinwiddie. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. A minute 31 left in the second. Brunson passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Bertans. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 24 points.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
Pass to Kispert. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the full 4 years of college play, Grant, makes Corey Kispert something of a rarity in the modern league.
And I'm glad you brought that up, BA, because, you know, that time really paid off for him. He only got better over those seasons, becoming even more confident of a marksman.
And he drops the first. And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Shooting through.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Brown. Washington has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Dinwiddie. The Wizards with another miss.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Brunson. Oh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Bryant. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Doncic against Kuzma. Doncic outside. Just 5 on the clock. Hits the trifecta. Doncic has got 27 points.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Mavericks on top, up.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 27 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3. That was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
I like their commitment to getting to the line. Their aggressive approach is frustrating the defense. I like that. They're drawing fouls at a very high rate. I like that. Wouldn't be surprised if someone gets ejected. I will like that too.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And so in the game for Washington, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize. You know, playing for the Knicks, Porzingis did a lot of initiating in the post. His shot diet has changed since the injury. He's much more spot up and catch and finish now.
That free throw good from Porzingis. You know, for a max contract player to accept a change in play style as KP has, Clark, it's not always easy.
No, it really isn't, B.A., and I think it's a credit to how much he puts the team first. I mean, he's willing to sacrifice and adjust his game for the greater good, and he's very effective in his role. That always helps, too.
throw good. Dinwiddie. The Mavericks leading. Here's Burke. Driving inside, and the layup falls. Burke's got 10.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Hachimura finds Dinwiddie. Count that one. Dinwiddie's got 20.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Dinwiddie against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Hardaway. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. And it's Hachimura on the drive. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It'll go on Maxi Kleber.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. The second free throw is good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Pass to Hardaway. Now Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Here's Burke. Now Porzingis. He's covered by Dinwiddie. And down it goes. 2 points. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Hachimura outside. Shoots over Kleber. Deflected. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Burke. Harrell defending. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hardaway. Porzingis controls the rebound and the putback. Porzingis has got 14 points for the game.
Porzingis able to use that 7'6" wingspan to full effect, beating everybody to the board and then quickly cashing in.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He makes the first. Brunson is checked in for Luka Doncic. Gafford, he's checked in for Washington. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Hardaway. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He has 6.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Here's Hachimura. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Back to Brunson. Let's go with a 3. The shot no good. Washington trailing. And here's Gafford. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Gafford. Here's Burke. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Burke, it's good. Burke's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence, given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Porzingis with it. And Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
This is what we've come to expect from Porzingis. I mean, no let up in his game at all. When he's got his foot on the pedal, he mashes it.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's Hachimura. Brunson defending. From 7 feet. No good off the back of the rim. The Mavericks have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. From 9 feet. Good as the jump shot falls. And now an 8-point Dallas lead for Washington. They've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Chalk up 2 there. Dinwiddie's got 24 points.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Brunson. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Dinwiddie. Gafford passes to Dinwiddie. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Here's Burke. He's got 14, 13 feet out, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Gafford against Kleba. Pass to Harrell. Dinwiddie outside. Hachimura with the ball. Brunson with a double team. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Brunson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hachimura against Hardaway from the high post. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Dinwiddie against Brunson. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And how about the mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Bryant, he's checked in for Washington. Avdia comes in for Hachimura. Pass to Caldwell Pope. To the wing, right side. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, Washington, no good. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Right side, Porzingis. Now here's Kleba. Porzingis is double. Here's Burke. That shot off the mark. And the Wizards going the other way now. It's a one-on-one situation. Bryant, no good. The Mavericks leading. Outside Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Kleba. Outside Brunson. Banked it in on the glass. Brunson's got 9.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Dinwiddie outside. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game.
Yeah, a really difficult cover, especially in these screen and rolls. I mean, Caldwell Pope is fantastic with his creativity.
To the middle. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Dinwiddie. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Dinwiddie's got 13 in the second half.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's Burke. He's got 14. Pass to Powell. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
It also seems like they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially offensively.
That one falls for Powell.
One of the things I really like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't play outside of himself. He plays to his strengths.
Pass to Bryant. Here's Kispert. Back to Bryant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Bryant's got 8 points.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Down low. Bertans against Doncic. Right through the D for the layup. Bertans has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Cauley Stein. Excellent D there from Bryant.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Burke. 14 points for him. Kispert grabs a miss.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Bertans. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. 9 points in the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Grant, if you had to describe exactly what a stretch 4 looks like, you might be describing Davis Bertans.
Yeah, that's the mold that Bertans has been carved out of. He can draw defenders away from the hoop with this outside shooting. And when he needs to mix it up in the paint and grab some rebounds, he's more than capable of that too.
Here's Bryant inside, guarded by Doncic, and that one drops. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. And you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Avdia. Bryant outside. Now here's Bertans. No good from outside.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Here's Burke, covered by Bryant from 12 feet. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Kispert. Here's Avdia, guarded by Doncic, to the inside. Here's Bertans. Cauley Stein with the rebound. The Mavericks shooting has been great at 58% in the 3rd. Powell outside. Over Bryant. Here's Doncic. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Doncic has got 29.
Luka's a big 6'7", very strong, deceptively so. He's an extra forward out there rebounding the ball, even though he's got point guard skills when it's in his hand.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jalen Brunson is out there with Trey Burke. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Moses Brown. And it's Cauley Stein in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Into the lane. Kispert. It doesn't go for him. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Here's Brown. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Bryant, and the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. The Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good. Bryant. Here's Doncic. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here he goes. And it's good. 2 points. Doncic has got 31 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
And very close to making the shot, but instead he'll go to the line for 2 on the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
The Wizards making a switch here. Hachimura's checked in. So he gets them both. Now Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He misses the free throw. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Washington. And he's good on the second. And so it's Washington with it. 11-point game. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Bryant outside. 5 on the clock. Hachimura outside. Three-pointer, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Brunson with it. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Despite being the consensus College Player of the Year back in 2018, Jalen Brunson wasn't drafted until the second round. No surprise he's made himself into a quality NBA player, though. Great IQ and hard work has paid off.
That free throw good from Brunson, and 2 national titles at Villanova for Jalen Brunson. Clark, why do you think he slipped to the second round?
Well, it's hard to say, B.A. You know, the draft is more art than science, and guys slip for whatever reason. But if you're a pro and you get into a situation where you can prove how good you are, then you'll hang around in the league. Great college players may not have star potential, but he's truly a long-time NBA pro.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. A little over 2.5 minutes of pass here in the fourth. Bryant outside. Kuzma against Cauley-Stein. Oh, Cauley-Stein with the block. And the ball's out of bounds. It was last touched by Cauley-Stein. Bullock, he's checked in for Brunson. Here's Bryant, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And the Mavericks with some changes. Kleba, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Brown in for Bullock. And both free throws good for Bryant. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Hardaway. Going inside. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
He's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
On the wing, Bryant. Defended by Brown. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hachimura. Lets it fly. Nice D from Brown. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Hardaway, the pass to Brown. Inside. Here's Burke. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Burke's got 20 points.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
It's Kuzma with the miss. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to Brown. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Harrell's checked in for Free throw, good. Brown. Now here's Dinwiddie. Driving in. Here's Hachimura. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Burke. To the paint. It's stolen by Kuzma. Pass to Dinwiddie. And there's the drive. And a strong finish with two hands.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now the Wizards in transition. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Dinwiddie's got 17 now, just in the second half. Here's Burke. Dallas, no good that time either. The Wizards have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Harrell against Brown. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Brunson is checked in for the Mavericks. Hachimura against Hardaway. Pass to Burke. The three. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Kleba.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Dinwiddie against Brown. Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Here's Burke. Tries a 10-footer. The rebound by the Wizards. Caldwell Pope's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hachimura with the ball. He's picked up by Hardaway. And Harrell with the basket on the assist from Hachimura.
Yeah, the inside game of Harrell is very impressive. I mean, he does a nice job of finding seams and cracks to get his work done inside.
Kleba. A shot, no good. And Washington the other way now. And Dinwiddie, here we go. And he goes in for the dunk.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And Dallas calls time here.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what the head coach of the Mavericks said to the team. He likes what he's seeing, but he cautioned his players, we are not far enough ahead to assume anything. Momentum can shift in a heartbeat. We have to be diligent, and we have to be smart.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Dinwiddie. That one's wide left. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Kleba outside. Pass to Hardaway. Here's the three. And he can't get that one. And Washington the other way now.
You know, when you're trailing, you can't afford mistakes. And he's made a few of them tonight. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Bryant, he's checked in for Harrell. Brunson against Dinwiddie. Pass to Burke. Now Kleba. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Shot is good by Kleba. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Drops in the layup for 2. Dinwiddie's got 10 points in the quarter.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Pass to Porzingis. Hachimura against Hardaway. Takes it inside. Rebound Washington. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now. The Wizards have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the 4th. And the layup is good off the glass.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good positioning, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul.
First one falls.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
He does not get the second one. And it's Wizards ball. They're on a 16-5 run. And it's Hachimura missing. Dallas has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. And they double up Porzingis. For 3, Hardaway, count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
Dinwiddie, no good. Dallas has gotten just 1 of their 4 threes to go here in the 4th quarter. Kleba, shot is off. And for Washington, they're shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. To the right side. Dinwiddie, no good. The Mavericks shooting 47% since the 4th quarter started. Pass to Burke. Out to the right wing. Down low. Hachimura with a rebound. Hachimura's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Kuzma, and it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Oh, I love this from Kuzma. When he attacked with this kind of ferocity and confidence, watch out. Hide and protect the children.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Brunson misses. Washington trailing. To the inside. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's checked by Kleba. Up top, Dinwiddie. Goes back up. And he lays it in. Dinwiddie's got 38 points.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Pass to Porzingis. Fades. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries.
You know, Porzingis' ability to shoot the ball well from every level really opens up the floor for him and his teammates. He'll make that mid-range, Jay, as much as he makes threes.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. There's 48 seconds left in the game. The Wizards making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th. Dinwiddie. Soft touch off the glass. Dinwiddie's got 40 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
43 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Burke on the wing. And it's Harrell with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 5.
Well, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Dinwiddie passes to Harrell. 11 feet out, and Porzingis with the block. And he recovers it. Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Timeout called, the Wizards. They're down by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Goes up off the inbound. Money. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're in front by 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. Here's Dinwiddie to take the lead. And so it's the Mavericks who come out on top here. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.